Hey everyone, today we'll be doing an XLOOKUP and an HLOOKUP. The data it brings back should be the same, but you may want to use an HLOOKUP if you're using an older version of Excel. We'll start with the XLOOKUP. You'll type in equals, type in XLOOKUP, select the function. From here, select your lookup value. In this case, we want to look up Citizens Bank, comma. We're looking for Citizens Bank in the lookup array. In that case, that's row 1. Select row 1, and what you'll want to do from here is use absolute reference to lock that row in place. Next, we'll do a comma, select return array. In that case, that's row 3, and you need absolute references here as well to make sure that data is held in place. The reason these absolute references are important is that when you drag down the formula, if you don't have those there, it won't hold them in place, and that formula won't work for anything else beyond row 12. Do a right parenthesis, hit enter. Now you've successfully brought back state associated with that name, that lookup value that we selected. If you drag this down, you'll see that these are all pulled successfully, and I'll show you what the data would look like if you didn't have absolute reference. We'll drag this down, and you have errors. And the reason that is if you take a look at here, you're looking for First Republic Bank in the city. It's not going to find it. It's going to error. Likewise, each of these will be referencing the wrong row. In this case, you're looking for Gold Canyon Bank in the state. It's not going to be there. So make sure you have your absolute references. That way, when you drag it down, everything pulls through successfully. We can move on to HLOOKUP. Type in HLOOKUP, select your function, lookup value, comma. Here, you need to select the entire table of data that you'd like to reference. Absolute reference, so that data locks in place and we can drag it down and there's no errors. Next, you have a comma. Row index number. Here, you need to type in the data that you'd like to bring back. And in that case, that's row 3. So what you need to do here is type in 3, and that's going to bring back the third row of this table associated with this lookup name. Now you can do a comma, type in false. That will make sure that it only brings back exact matches to the lookup value that you're referencing. If you do true, it'll bring back approximate matches, and generally that's not used very often, and it's not very good. Parenthesis, enter. You've successfully brought back the state, and if you drag this down, everything has pulled through correctly.